just how to tape plantar fascia or plantar heel pain. It's the way I like to do it for someone who's dealt with it before. Obviously got some under wrap here just for some sensitive skin, so not necessarily for everyone, but just pre-cut sizing of the foot, knowing that the anchor will be around the side. So sizing of the foot, I'm just basically trying to cover the bottom part of the foot where the tape will eventually tear off. So if anyone's got sensitive skin like myself, really handy for that. Generally covered off both sides. And sort of goes halfway up the side of the foot there to then cover the whole bottom of the foot. Then start with our rigid tape. Go all the way around on the rigid. So from that knuckle of the big toe, all the way around to the start of the little toe, and then just stick that on so it creates a small border of the foot. Then just because we'll be starting some of our strips from the bottom of the foot here, or top of the foot, sorry, there, we'll start with a line across. Okay, so I'll generally always go X marks the spot. So top part of the big toe, loop it around, have it nice and flush, and create the first part of an X. Then we go from the little toe, loop it around, almost creating a bit of that arch underneath. And that's my first one. Depending how sore you are or someone is, I'll generally do 2 or 3 laps of that. Start from the outside, a little bit more there, cover it around, creating an X or a bit of arch support, ripping it off. And then I finish with 2 strips down the middle. This can be 2 or 3, again, just to create a bit of that plantar fascia arch support. That can be enough sometimes, so then anchoring off the edges there to finish that off. I'm going to add a bit more of a low die, so come underneath. So from bottom edge, come up and around to the top part of the foot, just over the top of the anchor. This one might go over a little bit of that fix-a-mole, that's absolutely fine. And you might only need 2, 3, 4 of them, probably from the top part just to the heel. You won't need too many more of them given the reinforcement. Then just so it doesn't get stuck in the sock or start to fray and come off, a very loose anchor all the way around from inside to the outside or vice versa. And that should be a good enough support for me. Otherwise you can then fix it off with a bit of tape, but that should be perfect.